What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dash. Come back to Pearl Takes. Well, it's that time, you guys. It's reaction time, and this is to Disney She-Hulk. This will be for episode 5 title, and I had to read it. It says mean, green, and straight poured into these jeans. So I'm really curious to see what this episode is about. But before that, just a quick little recap of episode 4. I did enjoy that one. Got to see a little bit more of Wong. Definitely deal with a certain situation with a guy who kind of was a little bit of a rebel when he was going through the teachings and started utilizing some of what he learned in his magic show. And as time goes on, keeps utilizing it to the point where he doesn't know how to handle when things get out of hand, opening up certain portals that bring out these certain creatures, creatures that was growing, hence towards the end of the episode. And that was a lesson learned with him, stay in your lane when it comes to your magic. Don't be using other magic if you don't know how to hone it. If you'd stayed in the classes with the learning and the teachings, he would have been better at it. But, this is what happens. Needless to say, I did love seeing She-Hulk, aka Jennifer Walters, just kind of wrapping up the case with Abomination and then dealing with, Donnie Blaze with Wong. Then you get to meet this young girl who was testifying all. She became really, cool and, with Wong. That was kind of funny. She was kind of like one of the girls, like the life of the party. Always got a little drink, got little stories, things of that nature. And definitely it was hilarious, of course, her asking him, kind of drinks and all that towards the end of the episode. I will say I did enjoy seeing Jennifer Walters try to, get back out in the dating scene. Went on a couple of days, fizzled, one being a little dud, and then her eventually switching up her profile, going as She-Hulk, the notifications pouring in, and then you see her on a couple of dates, one, that really she took a shining to with this one guy, I think he was a doctor, and needless to say, ends up back at her home, but gets short-lived for a moment because she has to help Wong deal with Blaze's, just poor judgment with using his powers with, opening up portals, things of that nature. So I just like how in the end she does come help Wong. They handle the situation, crisis averted, able to deal with the case, so Blaze will stop using said that type of magic. And then she gets back to her date, but it's short-lived because even though they had fun the night before, when he realizes and he meets Jennifer, really Jennifer, not as She-Hulk, all of a sudden he's like, what, I'm gonna go, whatever. Doesn't want to. So almost like, you just want to get to know her. You had no idea, or if he didn't care, that she's not She-Hulk all the time. You're only going to be seeing her if she chooses to, but she wants to be herself, and that's kind of a little sad. So I really hope as time goes on, maybe not this season, get another season, it kind of shows her where somebody genuinely likes her and not makes it all about She-Hulk. That will be nice and refreshing. So with that said, also looking to see what Titania is going to do, because she has sent her kind of like a cease and desist in regards to using She-Hulk, because she says she has trademarked it first. So it's going to be interesting to see what this case will be about with this, because that ain't gonna happen. With she's like, this belongs to me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to take on the case and what's going to transpire. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Say the rest of my thoughts to you guys.
Strength is beauty. Beauty is strength. What makes you beautiful? She-Hulk by Titania.
Oh.
Be strong. Be beautiful. Own who you are.
You're listening to Pro Say, Law 360.
Girl, watch that, bro.
Here's a quick word from our sponsor.
What is this? Beauty oil. Beauty tonic. How are these not all exactly the same thing? Are you kidding me? They're completely different. I don't want to cut. I want you to stop and take all of this down. What seems to be the issue? You're using my name to sell your trashy products. Could you take a photo of us? Oh my God, yes. Back up. Just give me some space. You're taking the photo? Just one, and that is it. I'm still Jennifer Walters. She-Hulk is just a thing that happened to me. There are parts of it that I enjoy.
Okay, you're not done.
Like the amazing hair, no hangover, being able to walk home at night with headphones on without being afraid. No, I don't care. Okay, so you're totally over it? Yeah, like the most over it. You're crushing your stapler.
What?
Okay.
Will you stand in line with me waiting for a sneaker drop? The Iron Man 3s are coming down. They're limited to 1 pair per customer.
Why do you need 2 pairs?
One to rock and one to stock.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Can this drip broker find someone who could do custom clothing for, say, a superhuman sized person?
No doubt.
All of my beloved Titaniacs for helping me.
I'm over it. I really am.
This is a boba cafe.
Alonzo says that it's a front for a superhero clothing business. And my boy, Alonzo, the drip broker, he sent me.
I feel so much shame. He's mad. I offended him.
Okay. Come to the back. Captain America shield, Thor hammer, Avengers t-shirt.
This says Avengers.
You don't like Avengers? I got Avengers.
Titania referred me?
I saw you shrug. Rejected.
Actually, my client is an Avenger.
She's one of the top tier ones, sir.
Yes.
15-minute consultation. My assistant will set up the appointment.
Goodness.
I can still see you.
She-Hulk K&H made She-Hulk the face of our superhuman law division. And now we find ourselves in the middle of a frivolous lawsuit. No one hires a firm that can't handle its own messes.
Why didn't you trademark your own pseudonym? I never even thought about it. You know, why would I? Did Doctor Strange have to trademark his name? Did Thor? You chose two examples of people who use their real names. We need to show strength, countersue. Establish you were using the name She-Hulk in a professional capacity before the trademark date, and Titania is profiting off name recognition already established in the marketplace. I got you a consultation with the guy who makes clothing for superheroes. Oh, I don't think I really need that.
You do.
Yes.
Nice suit, Shrek.
Well, she did. Yes.
What my client is trying to say is that Jennifer Walters was not interested in the She-Hulk name until it became associated with this incredibly successful line of products.
Because it's not my name. My name never has been and never will be She-Hulk. It's lazy, it's reductive, and it's straight up garbage.
Tell us, how did you come up with the name She-Hulk?
Some random guy on the news came up with it, but it stuck. So now whether I like it or not, I am forever She-Hulk.
We'll recess until Thursday.
Luke, Nikki Ramos. This is the She-Hulk.
Jennifer Walters.
Okay, what kind of superheroing do you do? Do you need built-in weaponry, waterproofing, fire resistance? Everything I make stands up to the highest combat standards. I don't make basic shit.
Yeah, I don't really need any of that.
Okay, but she needs a suit that's gonna fit her both as Jen and as She-Hulk. Something that would require a lot of talent. Can we go ahead and show him? Yeah. All the way down, small, impish. Large, superhuman.
Do you think you could design a suit that would adapt to both of my bodies?
Tinsley, order extra bolts of the stretch wool. We're going to need a lot of fabric.
She-Hulk? I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah. Are you a client or?
I am. I'm one of the biggest. Just had a meeting with my favorite lady lawyer.
No touching.
Yeah, we should reconnect soon.
Yeah,
God.
absolutely. That'd be great.
Did that guy's dating profile, and you were like, yeah, no, I'll give this man a couple precious hours of my life.
Yeah, and I sat across. No, She-Hulk. She-Hulk sat across from him. Because I made a dating profile as She-Hulk and went on several dates. Every single one of those dates is a corroborating witness. This is how I win this case. This book?
Your Honor, we have compelling evidence my client did, in fact, self-identify with the moniker She-Hulk well before Titania filed for the trademark. As you can see in the About Me section, my client wrote, and I quote, "Mean, green, and straight poured into these jeans." What are you looking for in a partner? My client wrote, "A sturdy back and reinforced king-size bed."
Oh.
JK, to call our witnesses.
Yeah, she's like, it's me, the real She-Hulk. Impressed much? She came across a little try-hard, to be honest. I'm just not about that.
Referring to herself as She-Hulk in the third person, and as a writer myself, I found that grating.
But then she embraced it. You know, that's the beautiful part. I guess, I don't know, I'm the kind of guy a woman can really open up to.
She's, not really my type. But She-Hulk, She-Hulk's incredible. She's amazing.
The court finds in favor of Jennifer Walters,
Yes.
AKA She-Hulk. Motion for summary judgment is granted.
This is over hater.
No, keep walking, bro. Keep walking.
With that extremely attractive man said in there, you can do better. You deserve better.
Can I buy you a drink to say thanks?
Sure.
Quite a strategy.
I don't know any other lawyer who would humiliate themselves that way to win a case.
Yeah, I mean, you can always count on me to throw myself under the bus. Think about everything that She-Hulk brings to the table, and those guys were my best option.
You could have literal superpowers and some guy with an internet connection will still think he can do better.
Yeah. Thanks for the drink.
Of course. I thought you were getting better clothes. Oh, yeah, my clothes.
Try this.
Thank you. Oh, like it.
I made you a little something extra. Hello? You should be left out in the open. Tinsley, does client confidentiality mean nothing to you?
All right, you guys, I did enjoy this episode. Definitely a little bit more lighthearted. We're only dealing with this one particular case. Not a lot really else going on this particular episode, but there's one little incline I will bring up towards the end. But I will say, just getting to see a little bit more of Titania, played by Jamil. That was nice because we really honestly hadn't seen her since the first episode. So just to kind of see her more of her element, you know, especially after she bashed and crushed into the actual, you know, courtroom. So seeing that she's using this name to, you know, sell her, you know, beauty products and beauty line and whatever. And, you know, Jennifer wants to try to talk and reason with her, but that's not going to work. She's like, no, honey. It's like, and the girl who's a fan, like, can you get out of the way? Take this picture for me while you're at it. But it looks like in the end, she's going to be able to, you know, lock down an attorney because, of course, her boss is like, you know, you're the head of the superhuman division. You don't look good, you know, have this lawsuit, whatever. So we're going to bring in Amelia, played by Renee Elise Goldsberg. I'm such a fan of her, going back to her soap opera days, not just Hamilton. So needless to say, this was a nice little treat to finally see her showing Amelia in her element, of course, being that she's going to be about winning this case the right way, whatever she can get to help Jennifer in regard to this. And it looks like, you know, at first it seems like it might not work, but then we're realizing as time goes on with the case, she has utilized the word She-Hulk quite a bit, even though she really honestly did not like it. And they had a little bit of clips to show that. But when she did that interview, of course, for the news, and then also having the adult, you know, dating profile, and she went on some dates. So in the end, she realized, I hate to put myself through this, but I'm going to go ahead and call the guys who I went on these dates with and use them to show proof that, yes, I was using it. And come to find out, she was using it well before Titania had trademarked it. So it actually worked in her favor. She won her case. I will say, having to rehash certain things with some of the guys, especially the ones she ended up, you know, enjoying a very nice little night with, you know, and him being honest about he was interested in Jennifer more, so She-Hulk and all that. It was just like, yeah, again, having to dredge it up, and then she won the case. Titania is not done with her. She's, of course, called her a hater. So curious to see how that's going to pan out. But I will say this, all the while prior to this, it just seems like even though she's kind of getting back into her little groove, she's doing her little, you know, date and all that. Then she's trying to figure out what to do with the wardrobe. We do see the part where Pug asks Nikki to help him, of course, get some little shoes, whatever, and all that, his little collection. But then also her needing somebody to help her get some new, you know, outfits and style for Jennifer, aka She-Hulk. And we get introduced to a guy by the name of, I want to say this is Luke. And he does, you know, put together, I think, costumes and, you know, and clothing. At first, he's kind of not sure if he wants to even entertain it. But, of course, Nikki sways like, okay, this, you know, she's cousins with the Hulk and, you know, lied about being an Avenger. But then when she has her size down to her normal self and back up, he sees the potential of what he can probably do. And, of course, making comments like, you know, calling one of his people to go ahead and put in to get lots of fabric, lots of it, because, yeah, that fabric's going to be able to stretch. And he does come up with some nice outfits. We didn't get to see it, so hopefully in the next, you know, episode or two, we'll probably see something. We can see exactly what he's done. He made something actually special. Might be like a dress, you know, you never know. So I'm kind of glad she's going to kind of come out of her shell. and hopefully, you know, that'll make her feel a little bit more better. But yeah, I really didn't want to see that doctor again, especially after how, you know, he kind of brushed it off. But he was being honest. I'm like, it's no need, but it's just unfortunate, you know, she ended up, you know, hooking up with him that night, and then to be just, you know, crushed the next day, like, you know, I'm going to bounce, you know, don't worry about my shirt. You know, like, okay, like, it's, you know, and I like how Amelia was like, you know, even though he's fine with her and all, you could do better, girl. Don't fret over him. He is not the only man. And, you know, and that is so true. So she doesn't have to worry about that. Someone's out there for you, sweetie. So yes, this was a good episode, but I will say the nice little, part at the end, we didn't get an end credit, but we did get a little ending where, you know, somebody had left something where it could be visible. And he's like, you know, some people like their privacy. And you see a nice little mask. I think I recognize that. Little Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. I'm like, okay. We did see a little portion of that. I don't know if it was kind of like a little clip or something early on when the show first started. They were showing where you see him. So he might appear soon. And I'm glad, because I'm really looking forward to it. I love the Daredevil show with Matt Murdock. He, you know, he was amazing on that show. So I'm really here to see his character, you know, appear in some form or fashion, maybe with a case or something like that, or she helping him. But yes, this was, like I said, a really good episode. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing, I don't know if we have one more episode or not. Just want to see how they're going to finish off the rest of the season. But yes, I've been enjoying all the episodes so far. So with that said, you guys comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys on the next reaction. You guys take care.